This is so exciting. The entire time I've lived in here, this is what I've wanted. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the BBO Bus. Today, we have a really fun bus improvement project coming right at you. Here we go. So, through my years working and editing as a photographer, videographer, I have never really loved working on just a laptop. I came from years of working on a big desktop computer, and downgrading to a laptop to fit in this space was a challenge for me. By now I've gotten somewhat used to it, but I've been wanting to add an editing monitor to my bus setup for a very long time, and I finally got the monitor. So the plan has always been to mount the monitor here to this wall, and then I'll sit across the dinette on the other side, and the monitor on an extendable arm that'll pull up off the wall, and then I'll be able to work with a monitor and a laptop in that seat over there. Being on an articulating arm, it would also allow the monitor to swing out this way and be viewed from the bed, whether I want to just watch TV, F1, or work from in bed as well. You'll see sitting here on the bed behind me the monitor that I ordered. I'm not going to tell you about the monitor or the company or the brand itself. I'm excited about the specs, but the customer service has been god-awful. The product should be fine, but the brand and the service, not proud of that. Get this to do what I want it to. I have very little space to have the monitor here without it getting in the physical space of someone if you would want to sit in this bench seat. So I need to be able to hide the extendable arm in the closet somehow. Cut a hole out of this wall, build a box, mount the arm in the box, mount the box to the wall recessed into the closet. Yes, it'll eat up some of my closet space, but then that way when I push the arm back in and store the monitor itself is here and these 2 inches hanging off the wall, but the arm is all concealed and hidden inside the closet. That's the idea. Alright, a few cuts and a few screws later, and we have a box. I'm using 3/4 inch ply, and it's a very beefy box, but that's because it needs to support the whole weight of the arm and the monitor, extended, contracted, all while being in a moving vehicle. But let me grab the monitor and the arm, drop it in there so you can start to visualize what's happening. Alright, so this is with the monitor attached to the arm and dropped into the box. With the arm anchored down here in this bottom corner, the rest of the arm is going to go and hide in the box, when then this is going to go and sit flush against the wall. While I was at Home Depot, I found one of these wall plates that has brush bristle pass-through port through the middle. Super flexible as far as how many cables, what size, what orientation they go through here, but that way I can get power, data transfer, a couple different cables through this into my closet and have it look really clean. So I'm going to mount this up in there. That way I can have my cables run through the back of this and into the closet, just like that. Well, there's officially no going back anymore. We got a big hole in my closet. So now I'm just hoping that I get everything nailed perfectly so that it's gonna look right. Alright, after routing it and then trimming up the corners and doing a sand so everything's nice, smooth, and flush, I installed the foot that's going to hold the arm, and I just test fitted it. I'm not going to show you yet because I want you to see once it's finally done and everything's looking real clean and polished. But it's working real well. I'm actually really excited about how it's going so far. Next, just the whole finishing process of this. Right now there's only 2 screws holding this thing in, but I'm going to put a couple more each side along the top so that box is rock solid, and then it's about finishing it up. So we got to do a bunch of wood filler, some caulk on the seams, and then we'll do paint prep and paint so the box is nice and clean and bright and white like everything else in here. All right, it's painted, it's rolled, it's looking great, And now it's time for the finishing touches, and this thing is gonna shape up real quick. Yeah, I'm pumped for this. Oh, snap. Sheesh. Wow, wow, wow. Look how good that looks. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Bam. Can lower it, can raise it. We can swing this sucker all the way to where we're looking at it from the bed. Oh man. And then just toss the sauce back in there. This is so exciting. I've wanted to do this for months. The entire time I've lived in here. This is what I've wanted. So first of all, I do want to talk about some of the features of this. Yes, when it's stored, you will see into this area. Maybe I'll come up with a clever way to kind of hide that while it's pushed back in there. But, you know, I don't think that's the end of the world. It's fine. And the monitor install and setup is pretty much done. There's a few additions and changes that I'm going to make once I have an opportunity to pick up a couple more pieces. But for now, things work, and they work splendidly. So there's a couple different orientations and ways that I will be and can use this setup. So let me walk you through them real quick. Right now, the monitor is parked against the wall. You'll see it over there. It is acting as my primary monitor with my laptop in clamshell mode. So the laptop's closed. I have a wireless keyboard and mouse set up so that I can then use that as monitor number one. Of course, I can open my laptop and then have a dual monitor set up where I have screen on laptop and screen on the monitor as a backup. As you'll see in some overlaid footage, I can pull that monitor off the wall 2 feet out this way so that it's right at the edge of the table, and it's actually at a really nice working height and distance from me sitting here at this side of the table. Nice part about that arm too is if I extend it and swing it, I can sit in the bed and look at it off to the side right there as well. And in that use case scenario, throw my laptop in clamshell mode, click play on a piece of Netflix, put my laptop away, and then right there on the big screen will be my entertainment. So I'm super pumped with how this is working. And that is it for now on this install. Those little extra bits aren't going to be huge to this process, and I'll throw them in when I have a chance. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of BBO Bus Improvement Projects. I hope you enjoyed seeing the process of totally upgrading and overhauling my editing workspace. And I'm very excited to get into the grind and be able to really use this setup and just enjoy a good piece of equipment. With that, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and catch you next time here in the BB Bus.